Have you ever met a man and wondered what manner of man that was? That's exactly how anyone who met this man wondered. This friend of mine, who recently passed on, is a lottery to everyone who met him. There was something for you to gain. Just recently, Nigeria lost one of our illustrious sons by name Mr. Herbert Wigwe. Mr. Herbert Wigwe, during his lifetime, was a jolly good man with a heart of gold. And I'm here to tell you the 4 things I learned from knowing Mr. Herbert Wigwe. Stick around. Hi, I'm Dr. Zoma and this is Soar Up. If you're new to this channel, please I'd like you to hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button. It helps the algorithm to recommend this video to more people. Now let's get right in. Mr. Herbert Wigwe was a very illustrious man. He was a very disciplined man. I learned so much knowing him during his lifetime. And I'm here to share a few of those things I learned from him. Now, without wasting much time, let's dive right in. Prior to Access Bank acquiring Diamond Bank in 2018, Diamond Bank workers were poorly promoted. I remember one of them telling me clearly how the promotion was split into parts. So one promotion level was split into several parts and there were conditions necessary for those parts. However, when Access Bank acquired Diamond Bank, they smoothened the promotion and it became seamless. But the first thing I learned from Mr. Wigwe was he was a focused man. He was very focused. Mr. Wigwe didn't focus much on any other thing outside his purview. He didn't pay much attention to any other thing outside his purview, but doing his business very well. At the time I knew him, he was the CEO of Access Bank. And you know, focus creates order that encourages growth. Some leaders acknowledge him as the M&A leader. That's the merger and acquisition boss, someone who would either merge or acquire a company outrightly. I mean, you wouldn't disagree with that because there are not many banks that have done 2 successful acquisitions, but Access Bank has done it, thanks to Mr. Herbert Wigwe. Now, focus, as you know, creates some blindness. You know, a man who sees light does not see darkness coming. And when the light is gone and darkness appears, he does not see other things coming. Why? Because of focus. However, Mr. Wigwe found a way to bridge this gap by taking trips with his family, and of course, that led to his demise. May his soul rest in peace. The second thing I learned from Mr. Herbert Wigwe is his ability to stay human. One of the things that prove our humanity is our ability to make mistakes and learn from them. If you don't make mistakes and you don't even learn when you make mistakes, you're just a fool. That's the difference between being a human and being a fool. Mr. Herbert Wigwe used to say that success is a meaningless word without failure. I have failed many times, and in every wrong turn, there are important lessons to learn. Embrace them. This was a common saying from him because he knew that it's not just about making mistakes, but learning from them is what is more important. At the moment you understand his perspective and start to learn from your mistakes, he would almost naturally greet you with a correct, like a sign to show that you are beginning to do it the right way. At the core of his leadership was the golden sense of purpose. He believed in driving social change and empowering communities and individuals. He believed that so much, and I knew it. In fact, I learned it from him. He was indeed a great man, and we'll miss him so dearly. Whether it's environmental sustainability or supporting small and medium-sized entrepreneurs, he consciously aligned the bank's objectives with the broader societal goals, and that was very humane for him. I believed in that objective and I followed in his footsteps even until this day. That's why we have a community of smart business leaders developing all around the world, and I'd like you to join even from today. The link to that is in this video. Check the description. The third thing I learned from Mr. Herbert Wigwe, even though I knew some part of it, was big thinking. Mr. Herbert was a big thinker. One time, the CEO of Flutterwave, Gbenga Agbola, had written and described his experience with Mr. Herbert Wigwe. He said, Mr. Wigwe asked him one day, "What is the size of your ambition?" I'll say this to you, and I'll let you to make out whatever you want out of it. In life, you cannot afford to think small. You've got to think big and work hard on achieving the big things you have thought about. And that's something I learned from Mr. Wigwe. I mean, before he became a bank owner and the CEO of one of the most industrious and thriving banks in Nigeria, he had worked in another bank. But because he saw how things proceeded in that bank and there was not much room for growth, he decided to strike out on his own, and he met with his friend. That's how they began the journey of owning the bank, Access Bank. So you've got to think big in your life. You've got to think big. You cannot afford to think small. Mr. Wigwe always challenged conventional norms because of his desire for innovation. Under his leadership, innovative campaigns were brought to the fore, like developing better digital solutions for better customer experience. It was something he did and he loved doing because of the fact that he thought big. Under his leadership, he was able to position the bank as a leader by encouraging big forward thinking. This meant that they saw ahead and understood the needs of the customer and went ahead to solve them. By anticipating emerging trends and opportunities and needs, he was able to take this bank through a period of significant growth. You can do it also if you like. Just think big. Now, the number 4 thing I learned from Mr. Herbert Wigwe was partnership. Now, at an early age, Mr. Herbert Wigwe already knew the importance of forming strategic partnership with people, and he went ahead to do that. One of such partnerships which he formed, which later became a long-lasting friendship, was with Mr. Aboje, popularly known as AIG. Mr. Aboje became his business partner, and of course, they were able to gain control over Access Bank. Now, in life, you've got to understand that you cannot possibly do it all alone. You've got to form partnerships with people along the way as you keep going. This would help you to achieve your objective and even much faster. In Mr. Wigwe, I saw a man who was unafraid of competition. He would literally get on the same table with other brands whom you would describe as competitors and form an alliance with them. During his tenure as the Access Bank CEO, he was able to forge strategic relationships with key players across other industries and was able to push the brand even to a greater height. No wonder Access Bank has all the awards they have today. Now, these are the 4 things I learned from this great man, and you can employ it even in your own life starting from today. If you're new to this channel, please, I'd like you to hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button. It will help the algorithm to recommend this video for more people. Till I come your way next time. Peace.